So, we made it. 23 races, 5 months, and 17 winners later, all for this. But the question is, what makes a champion? A champion is not just someone who finishes first. A champion is someone who has a clear goal in mind. Kellen Baker wins the STP 500 here at Martinsville. A champion is someone who puts hard work week in and week out. Matt Teal makes it 2 in a row here in the Golf Summer Series. He wins here at the Roval. A champion is someone who constantly chases greatness. Aiden Thomas will see the checkered flag. He wins here at Orlando. A champion is someone who has enthusiasm and confidence. Brad Reem, after leading every single lap, will see the checkered flag. He wins here at Toronto. A champion is someone who faces adversity and can overcome it. Random has not won in the number 53 since March 2019. But off of turn 4, he will see the checkered flag. He will win at Chicagoland. And most importantly, a champion is someone who never gives up. This win will punch his ticket for a chance at the championship. Keyshawn Richardson wins here at Denver. Tonight, one of these 6 drivers will not only have a chance to be crowned champion, but to be crowned the first ever champion. All of this in a short track full of history of beating and banging. 6 drivers, 75 laps, many possibilities, 1 champion. This is the 2020 Golf Summer Series Championship. Welcome to the 2020 Golf Summer Series Championship race. Tonight, we're here at the Lucas Oil Raceway Park here in Indianapolis for the Lucas Oil 350. Tonight, 6 drivers have a mathematical shot of becoming the first ever Golf Summer Series champion. It is going to be Kellen Baker, who has 2 wins, 9 top 5s, and 9 top 10s. It is going to be Dan Mattiello, who's the first ever back-to-back winner in the Golf Summer Series with 5 top 5s and 9 top 10s. Is it going to be the Super Speedway Master of Aiden Thomas, whose 2 wins came from both Talladega and Orlando, as well as having 7 top 5s and 10 top 10s? Is it going to be Brad Reem, your winner from Toronto, who also has 4 top 5s and 8 top 10s? Is it going to be Keyshawn Richardson with 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 8 top 10s? Finally, Random J, your winner from Chicagoland with 3 top 5s and 9 top 10s, trying to chase down his first ever NR2003 championship. Taking a look at the point standings going into tonight, Baker leads Matt Teal by a single point. Aiden Thomas trails by 34 in 3rd place. He just has to hope that Baker and Matt Teal have pretty mediocre days. However, as for 4th on down with Brad Reem, Keyshawn Richardson, and Random J, those drivers are in must-win situations if they want to claim the title. And not to mention, those drivers 4th on down also got to hope that Baker, Matt Teal, and Aiden Thomas either have bad days or wreck out here tonight. Many different scenarios and possibilities can unfold here tonight. And all this will happen in front of a sellout crowd here at IRP, which is definitely great to see. But before we get started, let's take a look at our starting lineup. So on the pole, I have Brandon Carruthers and Lucas Almario. Row 2, Indiana native Nathan Barrett and HS. Row 3, Richard Herman and Dan DJ. Row 4, Kellen Baker, who's the highest starting championship driver here tonight, and alongside him is Hoodlum in the 3 car. Row 5, Nick Sant and Sabretooth. Row 6, Dominic Payment and Ryan Wilson. Row 7, Johnny Hernandez and Alexander Jones. Row 8, Carter Boyd and Jordan Stout. Row 9, Adam Bowden and championship contender Brad Reem. Row 10, Slayer and Cody Boggs. Row 11, another championship driver Dan Mattiello and Devin Payment. Row 12, Sean Ard and Moundy Fan for Life. Row 13, Aiden Thomas, another championship driver starting kind of deep in the field, and Jason Albert. Row 14, Lipsy in its movement. Row 15, 2 championship drivers side by side to each other, Keyshawn Richardson and Random J. Row 16, Jimmy and Ryan Benjamin. Row 17, Nargan Scott and Owen Miles. And starting last tonight in row 18 is Jake from State Farm in 82. And now it is time for our pre-race ceremony, starting with our national anthem. And now, for one last time this season, it's time for the starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's take a look at the track info here for tonight. So going to go 75 laps along this 3/5 of a mile short track with 11 degrees of banking. And the weather here tonight here in Indianapolis, 60 degrees Fahrenheit with 7 miles per hour towards the southeast. Here we go, pace car down pit road. As I mentioned, a sellout crowd here at IRP, which is always nice to see. It's time to find out not only who will win this race, but also who will become the first ever Golf Summer Series champion as we're under green here at IRP. Great start for the 16 of Brandon Carruthers, as off of turn number 2 he clears the 1 of Lucas Almario. Lucas Almario and HS they're up on the wall as Brandon Carruthers will lead lap number 1. Already we got a battle for second between Nathan Baird and Lucas Almario, and as you can see towards the upper half of the screen, we're going to keep a track of the points live as well as the positions these championship drivers are running in. It looks like Nathan Baird will clear Lucas Almario for second. Richard Herman there in third. Oh, Bradley Reed gets loose! He comes back onto the field, 3 wide with Dan Mattiello. That was a very scary sight for not only Bradley Reed but also Mattiello, as that happened right in front of him. There's Kellen Baker, another championship driver, and as you can see, the championship drivers have a special orange banner and spoiler as well as the orange valance on their cars to signify that they're in competition for the nice championship. Currently, Kellen Baker, the highest running championship driver, in 5th. Dan Mattiello currently in 18th. Brad Reed 19th. Aiden Thomas in 22nd. Keyshawn Richardson in 22nd. While Random J's in 33rd. A great points night so far for the driver of the 21 car. As Devin Payment back here in the pack hits the wall. He comes back onto the track. He comes down on Jordan Stout. This is going to bring our first caution tonight as Mountain Dew Fan 5 and Jason Albert made contact with the 54. Jordan Stout came in this race 23rd in the point standings, trying to at least end the season on a high note, but already on lap number 6 has major damage to that 54 car. It looks like that time by Brandon Carruthers led the field back to the stripe, as Nathan Baird tucks into 2nd and Richard Herman is now up to 3rd. Now let's take a look at the instant replay to see what caused our first caution of the night. So all of this started coming off of turns 3 and 4 if Devin Payment pretty much stuck in the wall here. A lot of guys seem to be stuck towards the wall here in the turns. So he gets stuck in the wall, off the turn, comes down on the 54, Jordan Stout. Sends him spinning in the front stretch of Mountain Dew, and Jason Albert makes some contact with a Mountain Dew Fan 5. Pretty minor damage, but major front end damage. Jason Albert is on board with Random J here. Got a little bit, hit the wall there a little bit coming off the turn, but came out of that most relatively unscathed, which is good for his championship hopes. Speaking of championship contenders, let's take a look at what happened to Bradley Ream coming off of turns 3 and 4 on lap number 2. So very similar instance what caused that major caution. Jordan Stout was stuck in the wall, comes down on the 22. Definitely a good save there for Bradley Ream, but he's still stuck in traffic. Anyways, under caution for the first time here at IRP. Brandon Carruthers release the field. We'll be right with you guys after this. Welcome back to the 2020 Golf Summer Series Championship here from IRP. We're about to go back green after a single car spin involving Jordan Stout in the 54. Currently leader is Brandon Carruthers in the 16. And currently the highest running championship driver is Kellen Baker in 5th. And looking at the point standings to the left side of the screen, Kellen Baker leads Mattiello by 17 points, and Aiden Thomas by 49 as we're back on the green here at IRP. Another good restart there for Brandon Carruthers, as here comes Nathan Baird with a good run down the back straightaway. Can the native Hoosier get his second career Golf Summer Series win tonight, as Brandon Carruthers will lead lap number 11. Into turns 1 and 2, the 37 continues to get a good run off the 16. He tries to move up the track there, off of 2 and into the back straightaway. He wasn't able to move out of the way, but the 37 is still right there. On board for 37 now. He has another good run on the 16 now. He's side by side with him down turns 1 and 2. 37 to 16, still side by side with Brandon Carruthers. Brushes the wall a little bit. He brushes the wall again. It looks like Nathan Baird going into turns 3 and 4 will clear the 16. Brandon Carruthers now stuck in the wall, as here comes Richard Herman now for second. The two narrowweight contact there, as Herman will clear Brado for second, as his teammate HS in the 61 is side by side with him for third now. Kellen Baker also right up there in the picture, trying to get those ever valuable points for his chances at the championship tonight. Oh, we got another spin in the back straightaway. It's Owen Miles and Mountain Dew Fan for life. Cautions out once again. Pretty minor damage there to Owen Miles, as Mountain Dew Fan gets even more damage, as this is his second caution tonight that he's involved in. Anyways, that time by, Nathan Baird led the field back to the stripe, as we got pit stops the first time here tonight. But we do got a couple guys staying out here. Lucas Mario, Hoodlum, Aiden Thomas, Cody Boggs, and Lipsy and Movement are among the cars staying out here. Pretty big gamble already for two of the championship drivers during our second yellow flag of the night. As for the race off of pit road, it's going to be Nathan Baird, Richard Herman, Kellen Baker, Slayer, Nick Sant, Dominic Payment, and Brandon Carruthers. I think barely edged out Johnny Hernandez there. But now let's take a look at the instant replay to see what cars are second caution tonight. So instead of turns 3 and 4 this time, it's turns 1 and 2. And as you see, Mountain Dew Fan gets stuck in the wall. It comes down on the 14 since both of them spinning. Again, not too much damage on Owen Miles. Mountain Dew Fan has a little more damage now since this is the second caution that he's involved in for the night. Anyways, under caution here from IRP. Lucas Amaro will lead the field back to green. We'll wrap it for guys after this. Welcome back to the 2020 Golf Summer Series Championship race here from IRP. We're about to go back green after our second caution tonight that involved Mountain Dew Fan for life and Owen Miles spinning in the back straightaway. Anyways, pace car down pit road. Currently the leader is Lucas Almeyer in the 1, and the highest running championship driver is Aiden Thomas in 3rd, but Dana Mattiel is not too far away in 5th. And remember, everyone from 1st through 9th all stayed out during that last caution. See how that affects the race as we're back on the green here at IRP. Pretty good restart there for Lucas Armari. He pulls away a little bit from Hodum there in the 3, but Hodum gets a great run off of turn number 2 there. Off of turns 3 and 4, Lucas Armari leads lap number 20, but Hodum is right there. And like I said, because of the top 9 staying out during the last caution, Matt TL has actually now assumed the points to lead from Kellen Baker. He leads the championship battle by 6 points. If this race were to end now, he would be crowned the 2020 Summer Series champions. I got trouble for Bradley Ream. It's coming down pit road now. We're just now getting reports that is a loose wheel that the crew forgot to tighten during under caution during pit stops. A tough break indeed for Bradley Ream, as he's going to go at least a lap down here. Definitely a situation the 22 team and Bradley Ream did not want to face, as they will go 1 lap down here. He's going to lose a lot of points because I look at that, 75 points back from Mattiello now. He's all but out of it at this point. Definitely a way the 22 team did not want to close off their season here tonight. Anyways, Lucas Amari is still eluded here. Both Bowden was still right behind him in second. And Aiden Thomas still in third. Bowden there trying to get his second career Golf Summer Series win. In that special Good Run breast cancer awareness car. A lot of drivers actually have breast cancer awareness cars here tonight. There was Aiden Thomas there, your highest running championship driver in third. Currently 31 points back from Matt Tiello. That won't be enough to win the title. He needs to hope Matt Tiello has a major screw up like Bradley Ream did. There's Cody Boggs there in fourth. Pretty good run there for that 17 that's mostly struggled this season. There's Dan Mattiello down in fifth. Right now, if this race were to end, Mattiello will be crowned as your champion. So far, so good there for the 17 car, as Lipsy's right behind him there in sixth. Well, like I said before, you got to remember that Mattiello and Aiden Thomas are on completely different pit road strategies than the rest of the championship field, and that could play a factor towards the latter part of this race. There's movement there in seventh. Owen Miles there in eighth, despite being involved in that last caution. He stayed out, starting inside the top 10, not too bad. There as Nathan Bear is right behind him in ninth with those fresh tires. He's already moving up to the field. Same could also be said for Richard Herman and Kellen Baker in 10th and 11th respectively. Take on your fastest lap here. HS currently with the fastest lap alongside Carter Boyd and Random J. Kellen Baker there currently 11th for the race would end now. He would lose the championship by 5 points. We've got a battle now for ninth between Nathan Baird and Owen Miles. Making the difference here as Owen Miles there hits the wall. And here comes Ryan Benjamin down pit road. Not really sure why the 72's down pit road. Like Brad Ream, he's going to go at least one lap down here. Pretty tough break there for that 72 team as Kellen Baker's now side by side with Owen Miles. Richard Herman also managed to get passed by Owen Miles as 21 is still side by side with that 14. And going into 1, the 21 will clear Owen Miles. And another ever valuable position gain there for that 21 team as now Slayer side by side with Owen Miles. Slayer came this race 17th in points. Was actually in the hunt for most of this championship battle, but although he came crashing down at Darlington when he was involved in that race's big one. Nick Saint in 13th, not too bad of a run for him. Dominic Payman in 14th. Coming off a top 20 performance at Denver, there's Johnny Hernandez. Your winner from the Bristol Night Race a couple weeks ago, of course, another short track. It was actually in the hunt for a championship as of last week at Denver before he wrecked. That was, Carter Boyd and HS make contact. Carter Boyd in the wall hard. Carter Boyd's going to lose multiple spots here. It's going to take a look what happened between these two drivers. It's like Ryan Benjamin came back on pit road, set the 5 up the track, and then came down and then hits the wall, comes down in the 61, sets the back into the wall. Wouldn't be surprised if the two have a post-race confrontation after this. Anyways, Keyshawn Richardson currently in the 20th position. Currently 4th out of the 6 championship drivers as Mountain Dew Fan of Life. Actually restarted inside the top 10, but is currently outside the top 20 as Dan DJ is once again stuck in the wall. He gets passed there by his teammate Jake from State Farm and now Random J. Slowly moving his way back towards the field, currently in the 26th position. So the second lowest out of the championship drivers. There's Jimmy Dare in 27th, Sabretooth in 28th, and of course Bradley Ream currently in last, 2 laps down. Like I said, he's all but out of this championship battle. He needs a lot of things to go right for him if he wants to get back into this battle. Anyways, there, Brandon Carruthers, Devin Payment. Carruthers actually restarted towards the top 15 during our last caution. However, has fallen back ever since that restart. Obviously now down to 29th, while Devin Payment's down to 30th. So Alexander Jones joined us out there, and Jason Albert with his modified looking car, currently the last car on the lead lap, well off the pace. Anyways, Lucas Amari leads the field here at IRP. And for one last time this season, we're going to go Golf Summer Series, crank it up. Lap number 48 to 75. Lucas Amari still leads the field here at IRP. Hodom in second, and Aiden Thomas still in third position. Matt Thiel is still running in the fifth position. He still is your points leader as of right now. He leads Kellen Baker by 4 points. And as I mentioned multiple times throughout this entire race, 1st through 7th have yet to pit in this race. While meanwhile, guys like Nathan Barrett, Richard Herman, and Kellen Baker have already made their pit stops. Pit road strategy and timing will be absolutely everything when it comes to this championship battle as we come to the last 26 laps of the season. Quickly skimming to the rest of the championship field here. Kellen Baker currently still in the 10th position, 4 points back from Dan Mathieu, as I mentioned. Keyshawn Richardson in 19th, just inside the top 20. Random J in 25th, the best he's ran all night so far. And Brad Ream still in dead last, 2 laps down in the 35th position. Time is quickly ticking away for these championship drivers to make up ground as we come to the last 25 laps of the season. See Owen Miles, Sean R back here, 20th and 21st respectively. Nargan Scott back here, Dan DJ, Random J currently 24th, and Brad Ream still 2 laps down in last position. Again, just an unfortunate situation for that 22 team. If you remember earlier in the race, he had a loose wheel and had to come down pit road on lap number 21. Anyways, back to your leader, Lucas Mario, trying to become the first ever Golf Summer Series driver to win 3 races. Of course, he won Nazareth back in race number 3, as well as the Firecracker 400 back in race number 10 on the 4th of July weekend. Besides those 2 wins, that one team has been rather inconsistent this season. Came into this race 24th in the point standings. Hasn't really been a factor at all throughout this entire season besides those 2 wins. But so far, he's looking really strong here. He's won every single lap ever since that last restart. As you hit lap number 54 of 75 this race and season, like I said, it's quickly winding down here. Let's go on board with Hold'em here real quick. Currently trails Almara by nearly 4/10 of a second to come to lap number 56. But Aiden Thomas still holding on to 3rd, about 7/10 of a second behind the 1 car. While Cody Boggs and Matt Tiao over a second behind Almario. Now, I would not be surprised in the next lap or so, you see some of these guys inside the top 7 come in and pit. Because as I mentioned multiple times throughout this entire race, these guys inside the top 7 have yet to pit, and the fuel window here is about to open up for a lot of these guys here too. But that also raises the question of guys like Nathan Baird, Richard Herman, and Kellen Baker, if they can make it throughout the rest of the race. As here we come. Here comes Lucas Mario and Aiden Thomas down pit road, alongside Movement in the 20. Currently the only guys down pit road, so I believe Mountie Fan Fly coming out pit road there. There's another guy who stayed out during that last caution. Hold'em currently still on the track. Lipsy, Matt Tiello, Cody Boggs, and Hold'em still currently on track. So any of these guys come on this time by. So Hold'em's going to stay out at least another lap, as well as Cody Boggs, as Matt Tiello and Lipsy are in. Lap number 60 to 75, Hold'em is still staying out here as Cody Boggs will come down pit road. Hold'em is still trying to get at least some decent bonus points to salvage a top 10 points finish here tonight. And you can see how far back the 17 and 69 are currently on track, 27 and 28 respectively, as Hold'em now finally come down pit road. And Nathan Baird will go back to the lead here at IRP. Kellen Baker also goes back up to 3rd, reclaiming the points lead for Matt Tiello. He takes back the points lead as he leads Matt Tiello now by 28 points. And Matt Tiello and Aiden Thomas better hope that the rest of the field cycles through and will have to pit before the end of the race, because right now their pit strategy is looking terrible. Right now they're literally letting Baker run away with this title. Anyways, the next closest car to Kellen Baker is Keyshawn Richardson in 11th, currently 55 points back from Baker. Random J in 16th, the highest he's been all night here so far, behind Baker by over 60 points. Aiden Thomas in 26th, 57 points behind Kellen Baker. Matt Tiello in 29th, 28 points behind the 21. And Brad Reem up to 33rd, still 2 laps down, behind by 76 points now. Other notable drivers here in the top 5, got Richard Herman in 2nd place. That team's been very, very solid all night long. Back up to 2nd place, so good for them. Dominic Payman in 4th. He's been very solid also during these last couple races. Sawyer there in 5th. Good run from tonight as well. And HS back up in the top 10 there in 6th position. Good run there for the Spine and Biffa driver. Anyways, 10 laps to go here at IRP, as well as for the rest of the season. Johnny Hernandez, pretty good run for him, up to 7th. Adam Bowden, also a good run for him, 8th. Carter Boyd in 9th after making contact with HS a little earlier. Ryan Wilson in 10th. Lots of good runs for these guys towards the backer half in points. Trying to re-salvage something here. Nathan Baird currently has a 3/10 per second lead over Richard Herman. Baker trails behind by nearly 7/10 per second, while Dominic Payment is over a second behind and Slayer is over 3 seconds behind Nathan. But of course the question is, will these guys have enough to make it the rest of the way as we come to lap number 69 to 75? Nice. And of course the question is especially prevalent for Kellen Baker, who right now has his championship all but locked in. He just needs to hope that he can make it the rest of the way. As we come to lap number 70 of 75, only 6 laps to go in the season. Let's take a look at Cody Boggs now. Side by side there, Jason Albert's actually amazingly still on the lead lap. There's Matt Tiel there in 29th. 1 lap down currently. Again, a very, very questionable pit road strategy to say the least for both the 69 and the 17. Because again, their championship hopes are pretty much screwed unless if this field cycles back through here. Random J up to 16th wasn't quite enough to win the title. Again, he was in a must-win situation. Same could also be said for Keyshawn Richardson. Not too bad of a run for Keyshawn Richardson here tonight, as well as a pretty decent recovery for Random J after a terrible first half of the race, but still not good enough, unfortunately, for those two drivers. Anyways, the final 3 laps of the season, Nathan Baird continues to extend his lead over Richard Herman and Kellen Baker, trying to get his 2nd career Golf Summer Series win after winning at Rockingham earlier this year, and also trying to get a win in his home state as we come to 2 laps to go. Has been a pretty rocky season for that 3017 to say the least. Of course, Nathan Baird replaced Brendan Beal after race number 8 at Dodge Motordrome. And as for Kellen Baker, if he doesn't have to pit and can keep his car clean for these next 3/5 of a mile, he will be your 2020 Summer Series champion, as this time by white flags in the air. Kellen Baker off turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Roughly half a lap to go until he's officially a champion. And going into turns 3 and 4 for the final time, the Hoosier Nathan Baird will get his 2nd career Golf Summer Series win here at IRP, as Kellen Baker will be your 2020 Golf Summer Series champion. Congratulations to Nathan Baird for winning the Lucas Oil 350. And most importantly, congratulations to Kellen Baker for being the first ever Golf Summer Series champion. Definitely a fantastic season for that 21 team all around. 2 wins and 10 top 5 finishes. That's absolutely insane. As well as 10 top 10s, 2 poles, and 160 laps led. But now, for one last time this season, let's take a look at the finishing results and the final point standings. So here we go. Nathan Baird comes home first. That was his 2nd career Golf Summer Series win after winning at Rockingham back in June. And this is his 4th win for HPL Motorsports. And of course, it's always nice to see a driver get a win in a hometown state. So yeah, there's that. Richard Herman comes home 2nd. Good run for that 95 team that's been mostly inconsistent this year after winning at Armory Digital. 3rd is your champion, Kellen Baker, who's actually the only championship driver to finish inside the top 10. This is also Baker's 10th top 5 of the season, which is absolutely crazy to think, but it really goes to show how consistent that team has been this summer. 4th is Dominic Payment, getting his 4th top 5 of the season. Finishing 5th is Slayer, not too bad of a way to end his disappointing campaign this year. HS, another good finish for him, finishing 6th. Johnny Hernandez finishes 7th. Only if he didn't wreck at Denver, he probably would have been in the championship picture. Adam Bowden comes home 8th. Carter Boyd in 9th, not pretty good rebound from him after making contact with HS. And Ryan Wilson will round off the top 10 here at IRP. And now for the final point standings of the season, Kellen Baker, of course, wins the championship with 758 points to close off the season. And, of course, also getting the title for Ford, even though they've been very much outnumbered by the Chevys this year. Ford managed to still hold their own and keep up with the Chevys, and obviously now they're champions, so congrats to Ford for that. Coming up just short is Dan Mattiel, finishing 26 points behind Kellen Baker. Very disappointing way to end Mattiel's overall fantastic season, especially during July, where they got 2 straight wins at both Texas Road and the Roval. Still a lot to look forward to for that 17 team for a potential next season. Finishing third is Aiden Thomas, 54 points back from the leader. Again, another pretty disappointing way to end an overall great season for that 69 team. And still a lot to look forward to for potential next season, especially at the super speedways, where Aiden Thomas has been very, very consistent at. Keyshawn Richardson comes on 4th. Didn't win the title, but still a great points performance there for the 24 team, especially after last week's clutch win at Denver, which even put him in this position to begin with. Finishing 5th is Johnny Hernandez, who wasn't in the championship picture, but he still managed to keep up with them here tonight. And because of that, he will finish inside the top 5 in points over 2 championship drivers here tonight. Again, only if he didn't wreck out at Denver last week, he would probably be in this championship picture. Random J finishes 6th. Pretty good way to salvage the 53-team season after being below the top 20 for most of the first half of the year. Finishing 7th is Jake from State Farm alongside his teammate Dan DJ in 8th. A good season all around for Tim Allen Racing, as both their cars will finish inside the top 10 in points. Finishing 9th is Richard Herman, who of course was your first ever Golf Summer Series winner. Again, was largely pretty inconsistent throughout most of the season, but was fortunately still able to salvage a top 10 points performance, so not too shabby there for that 95 team. And running off the top 10 is Brad Ream, of course, was one of your championship drivers here tonight. Tire issue really killed him here tonight. But yeah, pretty disastrous night here for that 22 team. So there you have it. The 2020, as well as the first ever Golf Summer Series season, has officially come to a close. I've had a lot of fun, but also learned quite a lot from running the series. And yeah, throughout this entire 24 race and 5-month journey, it's not easy running an NR league at all. It can be at times really hard and really stressful. But at the end of the day, it was all worth it. And just my advice to anyone trying to think about starting an NR league: never give up, stay committed. But yeah, feedback and constructive criticism can really help you along the way, especially if you're sort of new into doing one of these things like me. And don't take constructive criticism as hate or something like that. It's meant to help you out, trying to pinpoint what you did wrong, what you did right. Everyone is subject to criticism, no matter who you are, and just take it as advice. Don't take it as hate. And most of the time, people who leave constructive comments about constructive criticism are usually genuinely nice about it. So yeah, always take feedback and constructive criticism as advice. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this race. Thank you guys for watching this season. And a big thank you to everyone who signed up and also who followed this series throughout the past 5 months. Big shout out also to our incredible painters and admins over on the Discord server. Literally, y'all know who you are. Without them, this series would not be possible. What me talking about now would not be possible without them. Truly incredible people from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything you've done this season. And a big congratulations also, and of course congratulations to all of our winners we've had this season. And of course a big congratulations to Kellen Baker for being our first ever Golf Summer Series champion. Those guys will definitely party like it's 1999 tonight. But for the final time this season, hope everyone stays safe, and I'll see you guys next time.